Hi there. In this video we'll be covering best books to help you write a novel. These books could really help you along, and one or two of them could speak to you and inspire you to keep going with your book. By the end of this video you will learn some of the books that have helped me to develop my own book writing skills. And stay tuned until the end of the video for a free resource that I really think you're going to enjoy. Let's dive in. Stephen King is one of the most prolific writers of our generation, and he wrote a book that's all about his story and his journey. It's called On Writing. It's such a great book. It's so meaningful, and it dives back into his early years, kind of how he became a writer, the things that inspired him as a writer. And it's the kind of book that if you are interested in book writing, you'll definitely want to check it out because there's so many tips and pieces and overlaps, lessons, you know, just to be able to see the elements of his life and how they inspired him as a writer is just an awesome thing. Another highly regarded book about book writing is Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott. This book is humorous, it's funny, it's witty, it's meaningful. It really should inspire you. If you're a writer, you should check it out. It's such an inspiring book. I often find that it's inspiring to learn about other writers and what motivates them, and this is the kind of book that really gets you in the right mindset for writing, but it's just really humorous and witty and clever. Another book I really enjoy is Anatomy of a Story by Truby. This one is focused on multiple kinds of storytelling, such as script writing, but I find that great script writing and great book writing are very similar. You're thinking of the scene you're setting, you're thinking of the mood, you're thinking of the characters and what you're doing to develop them. And Truby's book does a great job of tapping into these universal storytelling themes and lessons. And I've been inspired by that book. I've bought it on multiple occasions, been reading it multiple times, and you just keep coming back to it. You know, little pieces come back to you, little lessons. I often find in general that when I come back to these books is when I'm struggling. You know, it's easy to write a certain kind of book, but then you're writing a more challenging book. You're writing a book that you've never written before in a mode and style that you're not familiar with. You know, I had a book that I've been working on over the past year that involved multiple narrators. How do you tell a story with multiple narrators? What's the best approach to doing that? I ended up buying a lot of books of writing and writing tips. John Updike had a book about writing that I was reading that was really inspiring. Truby is another one that I just kept coming back to. You know, how did they solve these problems? A lot of times when you think about what you're working on, think about other people who've dealt with similar issues. How did they solve the problem themselves? That's why it's awesome to be able to, you know, find these books and then revisit them at later stages, because you could find yourself with different problems and different challenges as a writer that you want to solve. Similarly, another book that deals with script writing but really universal in storytelling is Story by McKee. If you're interested in learning how to tell a story, this book could be great for you. This book could be everything that you need to get inspired, to keep moving forward. It's very highly regarded. A lot of people have read it. It's great to be able to tap into other individuals' lessons in storytelling, because the lessons that they have are probably very similar to yours. Because the lessons that they have in storytelling are probably similar to the issues you're facing and trying to overcome. Another book that comes to mind about book writing and tips and lessons is called Eats, Shoots, and Leaves. It's by Lynne Truss. It deals with punctuation, and it really is quirky and different, and it's inspiring. I know a lot of writers who live by that book, who really appreciate it, and it's great when you can tap into something, when you can think about something on a different level. And it's awesome too to see these great writers giving back, you know, telling stories and helping others tell their stories. I think it's an awesome experience, and it's great to be able to see that lesson coming all around and the ability to learn from every story that's been told before. I mean, it's been said that every story has been told. I don't agree necessarily, but every lesson of storytelling is out there. You know, we've had millennia of storytelling, and now it's a chance to build on that millennia and tell even better stories. Why not lean on the people that have come before us? I haven't finished my book on book writing yet. I've been working on it. Maybe down the road I'll publish it. But in the meantime, I have a video that I want you to check out. It's a great resource. and the video is called Help Me Write My First Book. In that video, I share all of my lessons from writing or ghostwriting 30+ books. I share some of my best writing tips. I share the importance of purpose. I even share some of the options you have to choose from in working with a book professional. So if you have questions about book writing and you want to build on them, definitely check out that video. Remember, a good book can change your life. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.